Alright gamers, welcome in to Retro Timed. I'm No Such Timed, and this is going to be a video about my year in review from Nintendo. It's going to be, I'm going to go to the website and show you guys what I've played throughout the whole year and the time I put into games, and just everything I did on a Nintendo Switch within a year. I want to talk about it with you guys and show you what I did. So, let's just get into it. Alright, so if you refresh the website, of course, you come to this year in review. Now, I'm already signed in here. Alright, so, and it comes up with this, which is pretty cool. So we hit get started, and once it loads, it'll load in. Alright, that's my profile name. And this is my year in review for Nintendo Switch and what I've played on a Nintendo Switch and how many hours I put into each game. And now, granted, this is just half of the year. This wouldn't have been like the whole entire year. And yes, I did spend a lot of time playing games this year. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. But this is what I did throughout the year because I do spend most of my time off playing games and at night, and just having fun playing games because I based this YouTube channel around that, and I wanted to play games, talk about them, and talk about stuff like this. So let's just scroll down for the next one. All right, so my first game of 2023 was Tetris 99. That obviously is my top favorite game all around, so that's going to get played regardless. So if we scroll down to the next slide, so I played a total of 21 games and put in 641 hours. And it looks like the stuff that's passing by is stuff I either played or just had a small experience with. And some of this is just, it came with like the Mega Man collection, and stuff like that. So as you can see, exactly what I played here and the amount of time I put in the game. So let's scroll down. All right, so this, I don't think there's anything here to load. Let's hit the next button. So I put 145 hours into Tears of the Kingdom, and that was back. That's when I started it in May. And I finished it a little after May was over, I believe. I finished it in June. So I did put a lot of time into it, and that's because I mainly went into exploring the whole game itself. Because, the whole game itself was much, much bigger, and it's still brand new. So when I go back and play it again, I'll do more exploring. But I did waste a lot of time, looking at things and getting gems and all that to sell off to get better gear, just kind of mess around with some things. And I looked for a good bit of the shrines, just not all of them because there's a lot there. But yeah, I had a blast. And the other thing I did the most on is I definitely was looking for all the old maps, which show you the location of where the clothing is and the weapons and shield and all that. So that was just really really cool. So, and we scroll over to the next one. So I put 90 hours into this, okay? So I really, really like this. I talked about this as one of my favorite games on as top 5, specifically Mega Man Zero Two. Now, I started playing this back in September. I bought this as like a birthday gift, more or less for myself. And then I continued playing on. I tried playing X a little bit, which I didn't get too far into it, but I definitely enjoyed Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection. I played all games on it, and I put a decent amount of hours into it because there was a lot to do. And in fact, when you got to Mega Man ZX Legacy Collection, you really had to like find the things. You didn't actually acquire them as you go, and there's still a lot to find throughout the game. So this is my second favorite game of the year. According to Nintendo. Okay, so well, these are the most played games, and I put 60 hours as always into Tetris. I play Tetris a lot. I've played Tetris quite a bit since I had the Nintendo Switch, and I started back in 2019. So as you can see, it just has been a go-to game for me, and I've been collecting the themes. I'm gonna try to when I get the next Nintendo console, it's gonna get transferred over, and I believe that's it for my hours played. So as you can see here, This is what I played mainly all year. So, a lot of my action adventure games came from the Legend of Zelda franchise, and adventure game came from Metroid Prime, I want to say, and a couple other adventure games, and we fighting games, sports games, very little of those, but like, and my role playing games. But my highest rated stuff are action adventure. That sounds like me. That actually does sound a lot like me. I don't play fighting games too much, but action adventure single player games, they're the greatest time ever for me. So, and this is my me character right here. So, and then we scroll down further. You played most in the month of May, right? Sorry, I had to cut off because I sneezed. All right. So I played 129 hours in May, which was just Tears of the Kingdom, and then I believe I played a little bit of Tetris in there somewhere, but mainly Tears of the Kingdom because it was a game that I wanted to absolutely finish out, basically because I really really enjoyed the game. Now I don't know what it was. I I don't know if I think that's all I played in May, to be honest. So let's scroll over to the next one. All right. So March, I had 96. May I had the most because of Tears of the Kingdom. So I've been putting a lot of time into the Nintendo Switch as the year goes on. October, I dropped down a little bit because I think there was a short time where I took a break and I had a lot of trouble because my channel went down and there was just a lot of stuff that was going on at that time. But like as you can see here, I did play a lot. I played the Nintendo Switch. So you're doing the math. Let's see here. Actually, it already did the math. Sorry, it just it was it was I think we've read it already, or it might still be, but I did put a lot of time into it. Okay, so I played. What was that? What was that? All right. So 96 hours for Breath of the Wild. And then after the 96 hours, I put 90 into this, which I don't believe I put 90 into this, but I probably did without realizing it. All right, so 44 hours. Hold on, let me go back and see. All right, my 96 hours. I played, okay, 42 hours is what I played for that, and then 44 hours for this. Okay, so I'm seeing, and I played it for 30 days. What did I play Breath of the Wild for? 25 days, so put a little bit more time into this game. And I pretty much, the reason I went back and played Breath of the Wild at the beginning of the year is because I went back and played it again a second time. Now, I don't know what this hours played is here. I'm not sure because it says hours played and then it says hours played down here. So let's go back to something. All right. I don't know if this is right or this is right. Either way. Why did that come up? All right. All right. So actually, now I see what's going on. All right. So I put 91 hours into it in May and 63 hours into it in June. So I put a lot of time into that. I put about 50 into this. This was fun, but playing online wasn't very fun to me. Like there were people out there that knew how to run their stats, and then there was me who, tried to get every stat as high as possible because I thought it was pretty much like a day of reckoning, but I got confused by it. I'm gonna have to go back at some point, play it through it again. And, I hope they put better matches in it because I tell you what, they have a good ground-based game for everything, but they really need to consider uh, working from the ground up from this at this point because you can only update this so much. I'm curious as to when we're gonna get a sequel to this because all right, and then I played 25 or 48 hours or 25, I'm not sure, but I spent a good amount of time playing this too because I found out the Legend of Zelda games came to the Game Boy Color and I started playing those. So, all right, and then I played a good bit of this in September, which was a lot of fun. Skyward Sword is what I'm playing on right now. Um, yeah, that sounds about right. And then let's see, and still playing Skyward Sword. So we're a past. We're a good portion of time into Tears of the King. I mean, Skyward Sword right now. So just still trying to work through it. It's tough. It's a pretty hard game to get through. So let's scroll down. And what was my favorite game of the year? This was my favorite game of the year. So because just the gameplay in general was fun, and the the story wasn't great, but the gameplay was fun, and the fact you can build a lot of stuff was fun. Um, and the fact that you're up super high and you have those experiences where you can jump down off a sky island and just like, do some wild stuff. And they just made it more open range, more free flowing for you to do whatever you wanted. So that's why I choose this one as my game of the year. And so now we have these final stats here. My favorite game is this. Excuse me. My three favorites are this, or my three most played. And then we have where I played the most. So I started really, really playing more in May because that's when I really started building my YouTube channel in off of gaming. I started like being reintroduced to gaming after May. So, and then when that stuff happened with my channel, I kind of was like, oh man, now I'm gonna have to run the other channel and put time into it. So that's why we're here now on this channel. And we have that, my premium points and all that. So I'm not gonna go through what that is, and then yeah, top picks for me. All right, so those are the games they would want me to buy, and so that was my year for 2023. I do like this. I do like that Nintendo did this, and hopefully they do it again next year. I'm sure all the gaming companies are doing it, but this is just awesome. So let's get back to the big screen. All right, so there you go. That's my gaming for the year. That's the amount of time I game for the year. These are the hours I put into a game. I do really enjoy what I did this year, and it was just awesome to be able to start actually really, really getting into gaming again. Considering the fact that, on my free time, I sit at home and I was literally doing nothing before I got back into gaming. So that was a blessing in disguise. But anyway, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're confused about where that was, go to Nintendo.com and log into your profile and you'll be able to see it. So that's it for me. And if you like what you saw here, hit that like button. If you also like what you saw here, hit the subscribe button. And also hit that notification bell to get more from me. And that's it for my gaming in 2023.